What if you file a bankruptcy and suddenly life goes in an unexpected direction? A relative passes away and leaves you money, or you win the lottery. Maybe a lawsuit settles or an insurance check comes in while you're in bankruptcy. Do you get to keep the windfall, or does the bankruptcy court get involved? Hi, I'm Perlman. I'm a consumer bankruptcy attorney. I've been helping consumers and businesses get a financial fresh start for over 30 years. Before we discuss inheritance, lottery winnings, and other windfalls today in bankruptcy, I want you to know that reaching out to a bankruptcy lawyer does not mean you're filing bankruptcy. It simply means you're trying to understand what your options are. If you find this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and contact our office if you have any questions. In bankruptcy, a windfall usually means unexpected property or money. That windfall can include an inheritance, life insurance proceeds, a divorce property settlement, lottery winnings, a lawsuit settlement, or any surprise financial gain during the time that you are in an active bankruptcy. In a Chapter 7 case, the bankruptcy estate is generally made up of what you owned or had a legal interest in on the day you filed. But federal bankruptcy law creates a very important exemption. If you become entitled to receive property within 180 days after filing, that property can become part of your bankruptcy estate. Let's use an inheritance as the clearest example. If you file a Chapter 7 and you receive an inheritance 3 months into your case prior to it being discharged, that's property of the estate and belongs to the trustee so that he can administer the asset and pay your creditors accordingly. So now let's compare that to what happens in a Chapter 13. A Chapter 13 is a repayment bankruptcy, typically lasting between 3 to 5 years. And Chapter 13 has a broader definition of estate property. It includes property acquired after filing and before the case is closed, dismissed, or potentially converted to Chapter 7. That means if you receive an inheritance in your Chapter 13, even beyond the 180-day period, it can still impact your case and your Chapter 13 plan. Now, lottery winnings are a little different. For lottery winnings, the important question is when the right existed to the money. If you bought the winning ticket before you filed, that can create a problem because the right existed before the bankruptcy started. And if you bought the ticket after your filing, the analysis can be different, particularly in a Chapter 7. But in a Chapter 13, a large lottery win can absolutely impact your Chapter 13 plan. The same kind of timing analysis also applies to other windfalls. One more important point. Just because something becomes part of the bankruptcy estate after you file does not mean you lose every dollar of it. Your exemptions are very important, and in New Jersey, when you file, those exemptions have to be properly claimed. But the worst mistake you can make when you file is hiding an asset or assuming it's not going to count. Bankruptcy law requires that you disclose all of your assets and a duty to cooperate with the trustee. And failing to do that can create a much larger problem than the windfall itself. If you are thinking about a bankruptcy and you know an inheritance is coming, or if you receive money during an active case, don't hesitate to reach out to my firm for a free initial consultation. Remember, seeking the services of a bankruptcy attorney doesn't mean you're filing bankruptcy. It simply means you're trying to understand what your rights are.